Sometimes relationships can take a turn for the worse. Recognizing that every person, every situation, or even every relationship is not always going to be for us. People come and go out of our lives for various reasons. However, I would challenge us not to allow the sourness of a relationship or situation to break away from things peacefully. But when there's an imbalance in your peace, there is a lot of uneasiness. Allowing ourselves to not withhold or have anything hindering us is important when it comes to having healthy relationships. You see, peace is not the absence of chaos. It is the peace within yourself or the peace within your mind in the chaos. A lot of the situations and scenarios are not going to necessarily shift or change because you're breaking away from this person. What I will say is the peace that you have within yourself is going to help you. There's a lot of people that are going to be in our lives that will only be there for a short season. And so it's important that we don't get bogged down or get upset or hurt because this particular person can't be with us any longer. People will come and go out of your life for several different reasons. Obviously, this is not something that you should be bitter about. It's a part of life. It's the facts of life. But when these situations take a turn for the worse, it's important that we disconnect gracefully. Not necessarily for that person, but it's really for us. We can't allow the relationships that we have, whether it be sour or a turn for the worse, to determine or dictate where we're going. As we climb, it's important that there's nothing attached to us, relationships, situations, issues, people that are going to hinder us from how high we're going. And so as we climb, it's very important that we don't allow the residue of other things and other people to climb with us. You see, by disconnecting and having peace within all of your relationships, whether it be sour ones or good ones, it allows you to be free to focus on what you really need to be focused on. What is it that you need to be focused on? You need to be focused on your climb. You need to be focused on the relationships with the people that matter. You need to be focused on your craft. You need to be focused on your faith. These are things that you really need to be focused on. Not necessarily a sour relationship or this person did me this way or this way. Yes, you learn from those things, but you don't necessarily allow it to hinder you from where you're going. At least I try not to. We will be far better off releasing all the negativity and distractions based on some of these negative and sour relationships that we may have had in the past. Have you ever had a situation in your life to where you may have gotten around, or you had a sour relationship and you're like, I'm just not dealing with this person? It takes so much energy not to deal with that person. I'm not gonna talk to them. I'm not even gonna look their way. And so even when you think about not even looking in a person's direction, that takes work because you need to know where that person is at, right? We can't do that. In this season, we cannot be worried about that. Disconnect, man, peacefully. Don't allow these things and these people and these negative situations to sour your trajectory. You see, it's this residue that I'm talking about that hinders our climb. So break away peacefully, man. It ain't even worth it. Hope this helps, man. You guys be blessed. Talk to you real soon.